The city of London says it could still be days before cars are let back into those hard-hit areas. With floodwaters starting to recede, city leaders know people are anxious to get back and start cleanup. But any re-entry plan has to put safety first and avoid confusion, they say. The city's working on a new web page as a central hub for flood information. And New London police also warning flood victims, watch out for scams. Officers say someone is already posing as a We Energies worker, calling people and demanding prepayment to turn natural gas back on. We Energies does not require payment to restore gas service. If you're unsure, hang up and call We Energies directly.